Hello, this is Liz, and this is my Let's Play of Mass Effect 3. We're here on the Citadel. This is number 2 of my playthrough. We just arrived, so we have everything to look at. So I'm not sure how much time we're going to spend here, but we're going to look at everything. There's our beautiful Normandy and dock. Let's see, there's somebody over here. Yep.
Okay. First deployment is somewhere near Palaven. Reports say not to depend on comms.
I'll leave vid messages then, and you can do the same.
Well, they said that due to concerns about signal congestion, we're supposed to avoid sending messages at all. They're trying to keep war data coming through, so every data packet counts.
So, how am I supposed to talk with you then?
That is a problem, isn't it? So Palaven is being attacked by the Reapers, and they're mustering troops. And this right here, since it's the Citadel... Whoop! I wonder what happened there. Since it's the Citadel docks, you get people who are leaving.
Ma'am, I can't say when we're deploying or where or why.
But you're on the Normandy, right? I saw it dock. It was last seen on Earth. Did Commander Shepard escape? He did, didn't he? So why would he be here unless he's seeing the Council?
Ma'am, I can't talk about that.
You don't have to. Commander Shepard!
So this lady, she's... Let's just talk to her and I'll tell you how I feel about her.
What's going on here?
Commander, just who I was looking for. Diana Allers, Alliance News Network. I think we can help each other.
I suppose you wanted an interview.
Even better. I'm a military reporter with the show called Battle Space. We're carried on just about all Council planets. My producers want me embedded on a human ship, and I want that ship to be the Normandy.
Why would I want that?
Wars can be won or lost in the editing room, and this war needs to be won. I've got Alliance security clearance and operate without a crew. You get veto power over the segments I file. Can you handle an arrangement like that? Or do I keep looking?
Okay, so in real wars, you do get gosh, what's the word for it? Journalists embedded into the forces, and there's several reasons for that. They're good to report back without you actually having to do it yourself. They also will amend their reports, so if you don't want them to say negative things, they won't. And also it makes your troops look good, and it makes everybody back home glad that we're out there. So it's got a lot of stuff. This is a real world thing, so let's do it.
Tell your producers yes, for now. We'll see how it works out. Report to the ship as soon as possible. Any questions?
How much gear can I bring?
1 foot locker.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Now, they've overly sexualized this character. And it's really funny because when guys see her, they're like, oh, she's so pretty, so nice. She's just sexualized. And she's fine. She's just a journalist doing her job. I don't know why they overly sexualized her. They make some sort of comments about that later. But, yeah, she's just doing her job.
The Council called the invaders Reapers.
And it's normal. And it's expected. Garrus is usually standing here, but he's not here yet.
Welcome, Commander Shepard. Please select a destination.
At this time, we only have 2 places. We got Huerta Memorial and Citadel.
Areas tagged of interest to you are highlighted on the elevator menu.
Now they say to go to Huerta first, but I've always gone there first, so I'm gonna go to Citadel first and see if it makes any difference.
Now arriving at Presidium Embassy.
So these are the embassies. Previously in the first one, we were at the embassies, and they were a lot different than this. But the actual offices, embassy offices, are over here. And you can't get in until later.
Please tell the Primacy that the Vol Protectorate wishes to assist with the Alliance project.
We had a Prothean obelisk that might have helped. Sadly, it was lost in the Shrike Abyss.
Reapers. Nevertheless, term once used by a disgraced Commander Shepard to refer to a...
It pays to go around and look at everybody here because they might give you some, not these people, but they might give you some flavor text or they might give you some things to look for. At this point, there's not a whole lot here.
Hello, dear. Perhaps you can help me. I'm looking for my son.
But we spoke about this already. I told you about his mission and...
Nonsense. I just filled out the paperwork. He's very punctual when he's on the field. He checks in every week. Only, he hasn't checked in for a while now. A month. Anyway, I'd like to file an expedited contact request.
Yes, of course, ma'am. But the notes on his file state he's not under a contact ban.
Oh, you already looked. How kind of you.
So her son...
Don't worry. It's not like him to go quiet.
As soon as I get news, ma'am, I'll let you know as soon as I get news.
Thank you. You're such a nice young woman.
It's possible her son is dead. We're just gonna go to the end here. And there's nothing down here just yet. And this is our Spectre office.
In an apparent bid for self-preservation, the entire Ralloy delegation has left the Citadel. In parting, Representative Arika said, "We have no wish to battle those who have yet to wrong us, nor have we the capability. The Ralloy plan to destroy all artificial satellites and observation equipment they currently have in orbit. They say the Reapers will see them as a pre-spacefaring civilization and spare their planet. The Ralloy species made first contact with the Asari and were formally welcomed into the galactic community last year. From across the Milky Way, this is the Alliance News Network."
So I don't know if you picked that up. There's the Ralloy species who were just contacted by the Asari last year. And we don't ever get any more information about them. But they refuse to attack the Reapers with us because they hope the Reapers will just go away. Welcome. Welcome to the Spectre Information Processing Center. This terminal offers secure information access and support for authorization of covert operations or requisitions. It is restricted to operatives currently on active duty with special task and reconnaissance. Any operation requiring payment can be executed at the terminal nearby, which supports secure and untraceable financial transactions. Quarian Fleet Intel. Quarian Pilgrim Genvolin Varnima on the Citadel received a large credit transfer from the fleet. Genvolin purchased tech, including high-end weapons mounts and kinetic barrier emitters from several ship service centers. On Ilium, another Quarian pilgrim, unidentified, was observed searching for a ship traveling close to the Perseus Veil. The pilgrim was later heard saying that his pilgrimage was recalled. Data suggests that the Quarian fleet is withdrawing its pilgrims and upgrading ships for combat somewhere near the Perseus Veil. This is the first we hear about this combat between the Quarians and the Geth. This could be a reaction to the Reaper invasion, but no formal offer of resistance or request for assistance has come. Intel suggests the Quarians may instead be preparing for conflict with Geth. And then we've got a requisitions terminal. And it's all so expensive. I've got 35,000 credits because my character was rich, but in the last game. But I'm definitely going to buy this Black Widow at some point. I don't think I will... Let's see. I might buy this Paladin. I'm not going to bother with the rifles. I'm going to say that I am a pistol and sniper rifle. Although that one shotgun I had last time was awesome. So maybe I will invest in one of those as well. Okay. So then in here we also have a shooting range. So once you buy your new pistol, you can take it over here and customize it. Did I pick anything up? So I've got a heavy pistol, but I don't have any mods yet. Oh, I do have mods. Speeds perception by 25%. I think I'll do that. I'll do both of them. And I don't think I've got any mods in this one. No. Yeah, that's right. So let's... Let's see. Yeah, that perception speed is great. Yeah. I like sniper rifles. Takes a bit more time to aim and shoot, but I don't really care about that. They deal a lot of damage. They're very accurate. Okay, so why don't we go to Bailey first?
There is no anti-humanity conspiracy here, Ms. Al-Jalani. The Council's simply not granting interviews at this time.
My viewers are going to know that CSEC and the Council are denying them access.
Listen, lady, you think I like playing gatekeeper between the paparazzi and the politicians? I don't have time to babysit them, and I'm not here to hold your hand.
Well, I'm camping out until I'm granted an audience.
Fine. I hope you brought a sleeping bag.
Commander Shepard? Commander, humanity has questions.
Damn press.
See, you're keeping the peace.
Yeah, I feel like a glorified doorman.
Most people would see it as a move up.
Wedged in here with all the stuffed shirts? I'd rather be back down on the streets. I appreciate the higher pay grade, but I'm not a political creature.
If you didn't want to be upped, why'd you accept?
You don't say no to Counselor Udina. Well, maybe you would, but I gotta live here. I know, squeaky wheel gets the oil, but I didn't lobby for promotion like some other officers. I'm not even sure why he picked me. I never know with politicians. I hate political BS.
Alright, we're doing the Paragon route.
Don't lose your edge. You might need it.
Oh, wouldn't mind an excuse to get my fingers dirty. It's killing me about Earth.
You and me both.
I haven't been back in years. Now I may never. If this ain't the end of days, it's pretty damn close. I'm up to my neck in trouble, but if there's anything you need, I'll do my damnedest to help.
Trouble?
Thought things were relatively quiet here.
Well, compared to where you're coming from, sure. But the war's being felt everywhere. Millions across the galaxy have been displaced, and most of them come here.
Must have you doing somersaults.
Yeah, already allocated the bulk of my men to customs, but we're still overtaxed, cataloging and processing them all.
Anything important going on around here?
You kidding? With the Reapers running roughshod through the galaxy, it seemed like the Council is in constant session. We got more ambassadors and dignitaries here than ever before pleading their cases. But that's just the tip of the iceberg, really.
Is the Citadel gearing up for war?
There's a false sense of security here. Even people from worlds that have gone down act like they're safe. Well, I guess it's not just human nature. We all lie to ourselves to deal with horror.
Okay, your promotion.
It was Udina who made you a commander, huh?
Yeah, he's become an even bigger shot around here. Got a lot of ambition. He suspected Executor Palin was conspiring against the Council and had me investigate.
Find anything incriminating?
Yeah, enough to arrest him. And when Palin resisted, I was forced to kill him. Udina rewarded me with the promotion.
Oh my
As near as
gosh.
I can tell, being a commander just means I'm putting out different fires.
Oh my gosh. I don't know that I've heard that before. Well, maybe I have.
You got loved ones out there?
Somewhere. Ex-wife I lost track of, and a son and daughter. They're still on Earth.
I'm sorry, Bailey.
Yeah, I'm just like everyone else. I'm losing myself and things I can control. And at the moment, that means creating the illusion of security here.
That's it.
We both have jobs to do, Bailey. I suggest we do them.
Yep. Good talking to you, Shepard.
He's just a great character, this guy. Doesn't have a whole lot to say, but a very interesting guy, nonetheless.
Commander, Councilor Udina said you'd be coming. If you'll follow me, the council is already in session.
Ooh.
We've got our own problems, Councilor. Earth is not in this alone.
But Earth was the first Council world hit. By our reports, it faces the brunt of the attack.
By your reports.
The reports are accurate. Earth was attacked. By the Reapers. And it's just the beginning. We need your help. Everything you can spare.
Each of us faces a similar situation. Even now, the Reapers are pressing on our borders. If we lend you our strength to help Earth, our own worlds will fall.
We must fight this enemy together.
And so we should just follow you to Earth?
Even if we were to unite our fleets, do you really believe we could defeat the Reapers?
I don't expect you to follow me without a plan.
Counselors, we have that plan. A blueprint, created by the Protheans during their war with the Reapers.
A blueprint for what?
We're still piecing it together. But it appears to be a weapon of some sort.
Capable of destroying the Reapers?
So it would seem.
The scale is... it would be a colossal undertaking.
No. I forwarded the plans to Admiral Hagen. The remnants of the human fleet are already gathering resources to begin construction.
Our initial calculations suggest it is very feasible to build.
If we work together.
Have you considered that the Reapers destroyed the Protheans? What good did this weapon do?
It was incomplete. There was a missing component, here. Something referred to only as the catalyst. But they ran out of time before they could finish building it.
Do you really believe this can stop the Reapers?
That's the only thing we got, man.
Liara believes it can work, and so do I. And while I haven't always agreed with Udina, he's right about this. We need to stand together. Now more than ever. The Reapers won't stop at Earth. They'll destroy every organic being in the galaxy if we don't find a way to stop them.
The cruel and unfortunate truth is that while the Reapers focus on Earth, we can prepare and regroup.
We are convening a summit amongst our species. If we can manage to secure our own borders, we may once again consider aiding.
I'm sorry, Commander. That is the best we can do.
Shepard, meet me in my office.
That's very
I hope that's an offer of support. I'll be digging up what I can on this Prothean device, Shepard.
This is very different if you don't save the council. Very interesting.
They're a bunch of self-concerned jackasses, Shepard. We may have a spot in the Council, but humanity will always be considered second-rate.
How can they be so blind?
They're scared, and they're looking out for themselves.
Our people are scared, and we are looking out for them the best we know how.
Counselor?
Commander, I can't give you what you need, but I can tell you how to get it.
I'm listening.
Primarch Fedorian called the War Summit, but we lost contact with him when the Reapers hit Palaven. Those meetings won't proceed without him. The Normandy is one of the few ships that can extract Primarch Fedorian undetected.
And how does it help me?
So far, you've only explained how I can help you.
It might seem that way, but the leaders of this summit will be the ones deciding our future. The fate of our fleets, where they fight, and with whom. A grateful Primarch would be a tremendous ally in your bid to unite us.
We're at war, and you want me to play politician?
If it gets you what you need, what does it matter?
Good point.
Our latest intelligence says that the Primarch was moved to a base on Palaven's largest moon. I've done all I can to help. The rest is up to you. There is one other thing. The Council wanted me to tell you, we've chosen to uphold your Spectre status. And various resources will be made available to you. Good day.
Well, that went well.
It's a start. I'll talk to the others in the meantime. See if we can support this summit. Move things along.
Thanks.
Very interesting, very interesting. It doesn't go quite like that if you don't save the council. It's a much more relaxed. It feels much more relaxed and less accusatory.
The Council. You saved their lives. And for what? Apologies that boil down to maybe later. If we don't figure out something, maybe later will be an epitaph on a mass grave of 11 billion.
I know what I'm gonna do. What are you gonna do?
Humanity has created some goodwill in the galaxy. Now we cash in our chips. I will get what funding I can, what materials I can, and spread the message. Help the humans, help yourselves. I'll institute a draft in our colonies and order all civilian ships armed. Work on the Prothean device will be around the clock.
Tell me about Earth.
Any news from Earth?
There is constant news. All of it bad. The Reapers are destroying satellites and the old nuclear missile silos, along with everything else that could help. We have a handful of quantum entanglers spread out over the continents. All other communication is cut.
At some point, I do think we're going to be able to figure out long-distance immediate communication like that.
What's your read on the counselors? Any angles I could pursue?
Tavos is a diplomat and compromiser, but she's wrapped up in defending Asari space like a mother panther. Valorn is out of his depth. The Solarians like their wars won before they start. They're frightened now. Use that. In Sparatus, I'd take what he offers. It's strange days when the Turians are the least hostile to humans, and there's a need there.
Okay, political situation.
You're a Citadel counselor. Don't you have options when the others block you like this?
With Parliament destroyed and Shastri gone, I have more power than any human in history. But today, you saw how little that is. Rest assured, I will not be counted out long. I know I can move mountains. Do not lose sight of that, because the task before us is moving planets.
Anderson would be proud, so long as you deliver. You think you can do that?
You need a carrot or a stick to drive a mule, and humanity has neither right now. Our armada is tied down fighting or fleeing, and with Earth's comm buoys gone, our economy is reduced to an IOU. But leave that part to me. I will lean on our colonies for all they're worth, and I can broker enough trade to repair and resupply Hackett's fleet.
And how are you doing personally, Mr. Udina?
Did you know a lot of people on Earth?
Many. It's monstrous to think of them being snuffed out, of course, but the part that gets me is Arcturus. I must have known most of the Alliance Parliament on a first-name basis. I required a second VI just to track all their birthdays and anniversaries. Rose Garden stuff, but to have it all gone.
I should go.
I'll be here.
I should go. Right. We get a codex for Citadel Council. I'm interested, so... Oh, okay. These are our little side quests. They've got in the main... There's like a whole list with the side quests in it, and... I don't find it very useful. Let's see, where was it? The council. Maybe? Citadel Council. Let's see. Just very, very generic. Yeah, it's just very generic about the council. I thought it would say something about the saving of the council. It might have updated my Spectre terminal, so I'm just gonna check that real quick. Nope. We'll have a look at that later. I prefer the first Mass Effects. Yeah, there we go, Palaven. I prefer the first Mass Effects structure. I think it's prettier.
Commander, the people of the Alliance have questions.
Oh, can't wait for this.
Commander Shepard, Khaleesa bint seen in Al-Jalani. Isn't it true that you were on Earth when the Reapers attacked? How do you justify running away while millions of people on Earth die? Is that the best we can expect from the Alliance?
I came to get help for Earth. For everyone.
What about all the people suffering while you play politics with the Council? What about them? How can you stand here while our families die? What are you going to do?
Khaleesa, we're doing everything we can.
Before they cut the feeds, there were so many dead.
I'm gonna stop the Reapers or die trying. But I need your help. Keep asking the hard questions. Don't let the Council forget about Earth.
I will. Thank you, Commander. We haven't always seen eye to eye, but I'm glad you're on our side.
That's so much more positive. You can smack her. You can punch her out right there. But I really prefer not doing it. I have done it before, but she almost looks like she's gonna cry, and I feel like that's just a better outcome. Okay, James, what you want?
Hey, Commander. Liara told me the Council's not interested in helping us.
Something like that.
Why would they? Look at this place. There's no war here. People are whispering about it.
Not yet.
They're talking about it, but they don't really believe it.
I take it this is your first time here? With the elite of the galaxy?
I've been to the Citadel, but never up here on the Presidium. It's not right. It looks pretty, calm and peaceful. But it's not right. It's all just an illusion.
It was peaceful. Once.
But was it? Really? I mean, when push comes to shove, they're just gonna turtle up. Hope it don't hit them too, right? They'd rather believe in this than face the truth.
They will face the truth. I'm gonna choose this even if it gets me renegade, because it's true.
They're in for a rude awakening.
They
Every
are.
species will fall, one by one, if they don't work with us.
No shit. Can't believe it's even up for debate.
So, you still want to go back to Earth?
Hell yeah, but... You were right. So was Anderson. We can't stop them alone. Besides, looks like you're gonna have your hands full convincing these pendejo politicians to help us. And I'm up for it. Whatever it takes.
Glad to hear it.
I'm gonna head down to some of the lower levels where they keep it real. You got some spare time? You should come and find me.
Maybe I'll do that.
I really hated that guy. When when I first played this game, but the DLC makes him so much of a better character, and he's just a guy. He's just a guy who wants to do the best he can.
Welcome, Commander Shepard. Please select a destination.
Okay, I guess we're gonna have to go here.
One moment, please. Now arriving at Huerta Memorial Hospital.
Okay, the best story in the game is right here.
So, the nurse tells me you've refused to bathe and you only want to talk to another Asari.
Yes. Can I have a gun?
I'm sorry, no.
Maybe I could be transferred to another hospital then. Someplace unsecured. I could have a gun then, right? And no humans. Wherever you transfer me, it shouldn't have humans.
The humans are our allies. You don't trust them?
No, it's not that. How are my eyes? What color are they right now?
Maybe you could tell me what happened.
Yes, this is good. I'm not gonna sit here and go back and listen to the whole thing at once, so we're gonna have to remember this. There's Dr. Chakwas and there's Dr. Michelle. Okay, so if you don't do the suicide mission right after the Reaper IFF and you wait too long, Dr. Chakwas will die. And this game, you get Dr. Michelle. But you get to drink spirits with Dr. Chakwas, so I'd rather have her along.
Shepard, there you are.
Dr. Chakwas, you're here?
I'm working at an Alliance R&D lab down in Shelter Wards, coordinating closely with Admiral Hackett. I heard you escaped Earth in the Normandy, and that someone was critically injured. I came as fast as I could.
We had a run-in with a Cerberus synthetic on Mars. Caden took the worst of it. How's he doing?
Very well, all things considered. I'm impressed with Major Alenko's resilience, as well as Dr. Michelle's expertise. I wish I could have been there to help on Mars.
What have you been up to?
It's been 6 months, Doctor. How have you been?
Good. I've been fortunate. When they impounded Normandy, the Alliance didn't really know what to do with me. I was never officially part of Cerberus, and I'd gotten a proper leave of absence from my previous post.
So you hadn't technically done anything wrong by joining me to defeat the Collectors?
Yes, though I suppose if you were judged to be a war criminal, I would have been tried as an accessory.
You do belong on the Normandy.
Your place is in Normandy's medbay, not some lab.
I couldn't agree more. You say the word and I'm with you.
Come with me.
The Normandy wouldn't be the same without you, Doctor. Get your things. Docking Bay D-24.
Yes, Commander. And thank you.
Don't thank me so soon. Remember, Joker is still aboard.
And I'd be surprised if he's been remembering his medication.
Yeah. I love Dr. Chakwas. She's just wonderful.
Commander Shepard, good to see you.
Dr. Michelle, it's been a long time. You've come a long way from that small clinic down in the wards.
Because of you, I don't know where I'd be if you hadn't dealt with Fist and his thugs. Now I'm med physician in a Presidium clinic. You gave me this chance. I assume you're here about Major Alenko.
Not really. I don't really care, but sure.
How is Caden doing?
The head trauma was severe, but we reduced the swelling quickly. These types of injury can go either way. He hasn't regained consciousness yet, but his vitals are strong, so I'm optimistic. You can go see him if you like. He's just down the hall.
This war may leave a lot of injured people homeless. Can the Citadel clinics care for them all?
We're fine now, but I'm worried. Every hospital on the Citadel is preparing for the worst. I hear the docks are tightly controlled, but we just can't leave people floating out there forever.
How are your medical supplies holding up?
We're well stocked now, but I can't say I'm not worried about the future. I'm afraid I'll have to speak with CSEC about securing our supplies. Desperate people can do desperate things.
With a center of this size, you must have a lot of direct reports.
We've got 12 full-time doctors and over 50 support staff. It can be overwhelming, quite different from my days in the wards.
Keep up the good work, Doctor.
You too, Commander.
The Alliance military has abandoned the Hades Gamma cluster.
So, yeah, you pick up reputation. I'll show... well, we'll see that later.
Welcome to Serta.
Peruvian whiskey.
Thank you for coming to Serta. How can we help you?
And med gel capacity.
Thank you for shopping.
Okay, so now we get to go through here.
Enemy forces are being reported entering the colonies.
Patient stable for now.
Touch and go. Good work, Dr. Fraser.
And you can sometimes pick up, I don't know that you can this early in the game, but you can sometimes pick up side quests by going into these rooms. So I'm going to do that first.
Hi, Doctor. Didn't expect to see you again so soon.
Well, we need to prescribe you another round of antibiotics.
For when I ship out?
I have some bad news. Your squad applied the Medigel correctly, but infection had already set in by the time they found you. I'm sorry. I'm afraid we have to remove your leg below the knee.
What? But I don't understand it. It doesn't even hurt.
It would if we took you off the painkillers, Lieutenant.
Yeah. Nothing in here so far. So we'll go talk to what's his face.
Hey, Caden. Don't know if you can hear me. But since you can't tell me to get the hell out either, I'm gonna take my chances.
Farragon.
Don't die, Caden. You've got to fight. We need you in this. Seeing you in action again, it reminded me you're a hell of a soldier. The Alliance could sure use you. I could use you. You need anything, Doc, let me know. Come on, Caden. Fight.
That's really gonna help, Shepard.
And that's an order.
Alright, so that's that. And now we can go back to... What's that guy doing? I think he's writhing in pain. You might want to do something about that, you know? There's another guy writhing in pain over there. Okay, sure. Alright. I remembered what my other mod was. I've got one that will allow me to scan whole systems immediately. And I have one that patches some things.
Welcome, Commander Shepard.
And now we gotta go back to the dock. And then I have one that I will show you once we get back to the Normandy. Hope it works. I don't know, I haven't seen it work yet.
So, you're just silent behind enemy lines until the war is over?
No, they've got us on rotation. We're mostly in fortified holding zones until strike teams clear an area. Then we come in and set up medical bunkers and supply depots. And then the main fleet comes in to occupy.
I'm not wearing commando leather, honey. What does that mean?
We'll be perfectly safe. They don't put engineers on the front lines.
But you won't be able to talk to us.
Yep, it's bad news. He's going out, facing the Reaper invasion. Yeah. Okay, here's one of the dream sequences again. You can see that this is dead or dying trees. Smoke-filled air. We saw the kid run off that way. He's you can see him behind that tree, so let's go talk. Well, we can't talk to him, but we can go over to him. Dead and dying trees, smoke. This is all symbolism, guys. There's a park bench there. Scary music. Gonna chase after the boy. You're trying to help. You can't reach him. He's crying. He's scared. You reach out to him to help. But you're too late.
Liara, can I help you?
I've been forwarding the Turian Counselor information on the Prothean device. It can't be built without Council support, but he's not budging until their Primarch is safe.
I know.
Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
I didn't get what you'd call a good night's rest.
There's more to it than that, isn't there? What's really bothering you?
Go away, Liara.
When the Reapers hit, I could hear people screaming in the streets below me. We left a lot of them behind.
There's no way for you to save them all. But I know you're doing everything you can, and you'll get back there in time to help.
I hope you're right.
Don't blame yourself, Commander.
Commander Shepard, I'm Specialist... Oh. I beg your pardon. I thought you were alone.
I was just leaving.
Commander Shepard, I'm Comm Specialist Samantha Traynor with Alliance R&D. I was part of the team retrofitting the Normandy after you turned it over to the Alliance. There weren't many of us aboard when the Reapers hit.
Slow down, Specialist Trainer. You're doing fine.
Thank you. I worked in a lab. I never thought I'd be serving on a ship.
Why don't you tell me about the retrofits?
The ship's in line with Alliance regs now, and it has new, top-of-the-line, quantum entanglement communicators. In fact, Admiral Anderson had intended to use the Normandy as his mobile command center.
That's no longer an option.
Yes, I heard he chose to stay and fight. In any event, I'm honored to serve under you, Commander. For as long as you need me, that is. They only sent me here to oversee the retrofits.
Shepard, some of our systems require further testing, and Specialist Trainer has been extremely effective during installation. I would prefer that she remain.
Got it, Edie.
Oh, wait, since when does a virtual intelligence make requests?
Edie's an AI, fully self-aware.
Oh, I knew it. I knew Joker was lying.
Jeff requested that I pretend to be a simple VI to protect myself. I apologize for the deception.
Thanks, Edie, and I apologize for all those times I talked about how... attractive your voice was. Anyway, shall I give you a tour? I think you'll be impressed by the new upgrades. In the CIC, you'll find the galaxy map where you can set the Normandy's destination. You can also check your messages at your private terminal. The War Room houses a strategic command center for mission-specific intel and war analysis. The shuttle bay contains an armory where you can modify your equipment between missions. Finally, Liara has set up a lot of hardware down in the old XO office on Deck 3. I think she's claimed that room. And there you are. Still the same ship as before, it just flies Alliance colors now. Speaking of which, I believe Admiral Hackett would like to speak to you at the VidCom.
Commander, Udina updated me on your meeting with the Council. Sounds like they're running scared.
Now, I understand why the Council does what they're doing. I mean, yes, it seems like a good idea to put all of your stuff in one basket and then try to fight the Reapers first wave. It does make sense, and since the Reapers came in near Earth, that's what we're saying. But I also understand how they would find it untenable to do so because they are also being attacked. Palaven, for example, is being attacked. All the major worlds are being attacked. So why would they lessen their forces and kill more of their people quicker than try to put everything together and attack at once? So I do understand their concerns. I don't think that they would be able to handle it politically if they did so.
We did present them with a lot of unknowns. They're feeling threatened and want immediate solutions, not theories.
Theories are all we've got right now. What's your plan?
I'm trying to get the Turian Primarch for a summit meeting with the Asari and Solarians. I'll bypass the Council and appeal directly to their leadership.
That's good, I like it. This is where we start laying the groundwork for our counterattack.
Unfortunately, we don't have a whole lot to back it up right now.
Then build alliances. Gather everything and everybody you can for the cause.
What about the Prothean device?
Find me people who can help build it, and if you can't, I'll take ships, soldiers, supplies, whatever you can get. We need to keep hitting the Reapers across every theater of war they open. Buy us time to figure out the device.
And when it's finished?
Assuming it ever is, we pool all our resources. Think of it as a giant armada for delivering the device, when the Reapers are most vulnerable. The stronger you can make that armada, the better the chances of punching through.
And how's Earth gonna handle this?
What about Earth, sir?
We'll just have to hope Anderson and what's left of the Alliance forces can hold out until we've dealt with the enemy.
I understand.
Good. Then make it happen, Commander. I'll be expecting regular updates on your progress. Hack it out.
Right, so this is our refurbished Normandy. We've got the comms room here with some interesting looking equipment with a exclamation mark on it. Then we have the situation room here, which is never more than a quarter full. And nobody ever has anything to say. And now we have the war terminal. These are the people, weapons, and armies and fleets that you've accumulated. They are our war assets. The overall readiness of the galaxy determines how effectively these assets will perform in the final battle. So this is our minimum. Our goal is above this. We have the Alliance Engineering Corps. 130. So they do all the building. The 103rd Marine Division, they're the muscle. The 1st Fleet. Really interesting. Updated. The fleet lost a third of the vessels protecting this council during the Battle of the Citadel 2 years ago. Unfortunately, the Alliance did not have time to rebuild the fleet to its previous strength before the Reapers invaded. So this is a choice, I think, that has come back to haunt us. By saving the council, we get a diminished 1st Fleet. The 3rd Fleet also lost a third of its vessels. And so did the Alliance 5th Fleet. It still says new. I don't... Aha. Diana Allers. We get 5 points for Diana Allers. The Alliance Frigate, Normandy. 115 points. This is all... So, okay. Athenix magnetic hydrodynamic cannon. And superstructure and armor. And cyclonic barrier technology. Those are the upgrades that we purchased last game. We've got a lot of mineral resources. It's gone toward building the Prothean device, so we get extra points for that. And we get 10 points for our friend Khalisa bint Sinan al-Jalani. Wartime plea for unity and cooperation. Her sincerity touched extranet viewers, and donations for war relief efforts are pouring in. So it's good to do the Peregrine thing. It really is. Okay, and now we get to see if our latest mod worked. I'm going to save real quick. I don't want to ruin my game. This is where we meet with other leaders.
I can't believe the council won't help. Come on, Sarah. If Thestia was lost and Earth hadn't been touched yet, you can be damn sure we'd be guarding our own borders.
That's exactly right. Ha! It worked! Okay, usually you have to stop while that scans you. It's a loading thing. But it didn't do it this time.
Commander, the Alliance has found a new Cerberus lab on Sanctum. Admiral Hackett would like you to investigate.
Commander, come to check on your new recruit.
Just wanted to see how you were doing.
Still trying to get my bearings. When I was working on the Normandy's upgrades, I left at the end of the day. I didn't even have a toothbrush or a change of clothing until I made some emergency purchases on the Citadel.
Yeah, I could have got that stuff.
Next time you need something, just ask. We're all in this together.
Oh, it's no trouble, Commander. I'm sure you have larger concerns.
We can put in a requisition order.
My toothbrush is a Cision Pro Mark IV. It uses tiny Mass Effect fields to break up plaque and massage the gums. It costs 6,000 credits.
Okay, yeah. You're on your own with that.
In any event, I appreciate you giving me the chance to stay. Was there anything else?
Why did you join the military?
How'd you end up in the military anyway?
My family didn't have money for university. When the Alliance saw my aptitude scores, they offered me a full scholarship. I served my required years after graduation and decided to stay. I really like the challenges of the lab. Although, I'm sure I'll grow to love frontline service as well.
I'm surprised you're worrying about a toothbrush. We've got bigger problems right now.
Oh, believe me. Seeing the Reapers on Earth was terrifying. But I won't help anybody by bursting into tears here in the CIC, will I? Being here on the Normandy helps. If anyone in the galaxy can stop the Reapers, it's you. And if flagging your messages and managing strategic intel helps you in any way, then it's worth it.
You worked in Alliance R&D?
Yes. You'd think quantum entanglement would make communication easy, but imagine incorporating multiple incoming sources and then networking them with extrapolations of time-lag data to construct a coherent situation GUI. It's an exciting challenge. For me, anyway.
Where are you from originally?
A colony in the Terminus systems, actually. Though I studied on Earth, at Oxford. My parents were from London. They loved Earth, but they wanted the freedom a colony life could offer. If they stayed in London, I imagine they'd be dead right now.
A lot of people back on Earth are still alive, and counting on us.
Quite true, Commander.
Right.
Carry on, Specialist.
She's gay, by the way. And her voice, the voice actress who plays her, plays the British Inquisitor, if you play Inquisition. I'm gonna talk to Joker. Well, dude?
Hey, Commander. You know, I had my doubts about the Council. But after years of ignoring your warnings, they're finally willing to step up and tell you they just can't help.
Doing the pairing option.
They're doing everything they can.
Did they at least validate our parking? Well, let me know if you want me to get them on the channel and then hang up on them. You know, for old time's sake.
I did hang up on them once, and it was nice. Alright, so... Oh, you can't talk to Edie here, by the way. And I don't think we get any upgrades this go. I don't know if they're reflected in the ship, but I'm just gonna keep an eye on it because I think that's really.
Commander, you've got a new message at your private terminal.
Thank you, trainer. Okay, let's do it. Let's look at emails. Lots of them. Special Ops from Stephen Hackett. Shepard. Alliance forces are stretched thin across the galaxy. We need your specific talents for a series of ops. These missions will open doors for the Alliance in places we can't touch through conventional means. We'll deploy operatives to hold point after you've completed your objectives. I need you to head to a Cerberus lab on the planet Sanctum. I'll brief you when you're inbound. So these special ops are usually for multiplayer. So they're not as story focused. You go to a location, you kill things. But they give you resources, so we're going to do them. Reinstatement from Stephen Hackett. Commander Shepard. This letter formally acknowledges your reinstatement into the Alliance Navy per Admiral David Anderson's recent verbal communication. Under Emergency War Powers Regulation 903.5, you are hereby authorized to assume command of the Normandy SR2. You are directed to begin interdiction operations. Interdiction. Against any and all enemies posing a threat to Earth, its colonies, and its allies. Furthermore, you are granted diplomatic authority to establish treaties with non-human races as required to support your mission. Sincerely, Admiral Stephen Hackett. We're out there being diplomatic this time. Emergency flash traffic urgent. From Alliance Fleet Operations, flash X1834. All Alliance military personnel. This is a galaxy-wide alert for all human territories. Fleet Admiral Hackett has declared threat condition Saber 1. Enemy presence confirmed in Sol system. Earth under Reaper attack. All Alliance military personnel are directed to evacuate Sol system at first available opportunity. Do not attempt Earth approach. Heavy enemy resistance reported. Repeat, do not attempt Earth approach. Further instructions to follow on coded channel Crimson Tacit. Earth-based Alliance personnel unable to evacuate are directed to commence any and all necessary countermeasures. All remaining Alliance personnel outside Sol Theater are directed to muster at pre-appointed staging areas and commence offensive combat operations at first available opportunity. In absence of further instruction, independent action is authorized. So there is a large force on Earth. And but they're not supposed to be relieved unless authorized. KEI9, so K9. Subject, my dog. Dear Commander Shepard, I was a contractor working on the Normandy's haptic interface when it was in dry dock. Your VI, Edie, emailed me to let me know I left my dog mech on board. I'm all the way out in Terra Nova now, and I would hate for you to go a million clicks out of your way to drop off my dog. Please just take care of her. She likes exploring, sniffing chemical trails, and 750-volt outlets. Thank you, and sorry for the trouble. I promise she won't be too much of a headache. Andrea Brown. We do get a dog. It's underwhelming. And alert. So that's the news network, Alliance News Network. New article, Quarian Fleet. From Alliance News Network and Information Partners by Rixius Rilius, ANN contributor. Citadel. Where is the Quarian fleet? The latest intelligence shows that the Reapers are taking system after system at a feverish pace. Members of all races are fleeing their stations, colonies, and in some cases their homeworlds. This kind of forced exodus might seem especially familiar to the nomadic Quarians who were pushed off their homeworld by the synthetic Geth centuries ago. But as the galaxy pushes back against the Reapers, the Quarians are conspicuously absent. Turian and Alliance spokespeople cannot provide the fleet's current location. They say they have other concerns at the moment. Yeah. Whatever the Quarians are up to, they want it kept secret from the Council. After a refueling stop at Ilium, the fleet left no stated destination, and there are also reports of a galaxy-wide call for all young adult Quarians to abandon their pilgrimage to join the fleet. They're going after the Geth. Stupid timing. Greedy and short-sighted powers will always try to gain the upper hand in times of galactic crisis. We can only hope that whatever the Quarians are planning does not interfere with the only thing that should matter, stopping the Reapers. Read his regular comment, Colin. So, there's another thing about the Quarians going after the Geth. Welcome back gift from Edie. While we were in dry dock, Joker suggested a small welcoming gift would be appropriate to have on hand should you be reinstated as commanding officer. As the ship does not have the capacity to accommodate the dancers he suggested, I chose something from the Alliance Systems Alliance catalog. Soldiers who have held an N7 designation for 5 years or more are entitled to a commemorative hooded jacket for wear on off-duty hours. You will find it among the selection of casual clothing in your cabin. You have an upgrade awaiting from Glyph. Dear Commander Shepard, some of the data you have found allowed me to research an upgrade for you. Simply access the terminal in Dr. Sassoni's office at your convenience, and you may choose how and when to implement it. Have a pleasant day. Glyph. And then we have a priority mission on Eden Prime from Alliance Commander. Cerberus has attacked Eden Prime and is now occupying the colony. Alliance forces are stretched too thin right now to attempt to liberate the colony, but we've been doing what we can to covertly aid the local resistance. In the process, we've learned that Cerberus has uncovered a major Prothean artifact. We don't know what it is, but it appears to be the reason for the attack on the colony. We need you to infiltrate the colony and recover the artifact. Okay, I think we're going to do that first. We're going to go to the captain's cabin. Just stretching. We got a private terminal here. And hardly any ships, but we'll find some. And we don't have our fish. We don't have our fish. It's just not fair. Nothing on the tables. A bit of junk everywhere. And an armor locker. Okay. So our casual. This is who wears this? Who wears this? So for now, I like this. I used to like this, but it's too sloppy. So what's the difference between those two? That one's a little bit lighter. That's a bit more... I'm gonna go with this for now. Our armor set, we've got Ajax armor sets, a Cerberus set. No thanks. Why would they give you a Cerberus armor? Chest. So better shield regeneration or a health base. We'll go with shield regeneration for now. The shoulders. There's no choice. So this gives you more of shield regeneration and melee damage. Let's take the arms. Melee damage on the arms. The legs. No choice. Material. Let's do dark. Pattern. Oh, you only get 2 patterns. Okay. Pattern color? Was it yellow I had before? Yeah. Let's do let's do that yellow. Whoa. Yeah. I think I'll change the material. Do I want it very super shiny or not shiny? Let's do mostly not shiny. Pattern color, tint 1. Tint 1. Tint 2. And the lights. Aha! On your back. want it to be contrasting, so I think blue's probably the way to go. Why does it switch back to yellow? Let's go with that for now. And yeah, he looks a lot more butch like that. Okay. Crew deck. These are the people we lost in the last 2 games. Or not Rex, right there. I don't recognize anybody else. Oh, Presley, Charles Presley. This is when at the beginning of the first game, when the first Alliance vessel died.
Commander?
Everything okay down here, Doctor?
The Alliance team cleaned up and restocked, but it's still my old med bay. Feels like home.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Let's waste no time. If I may, I'd like to examine you.
Nothing wrong with me, is there?
No, but we should keep an eye on all those cybernetic implants Cerberus grafted into you.
Expensive stuff bringing me back.
And worth every penny. Let's just make sure everything is okay.
Sure.
Guess a checkup never hurts. Just no scalpel this time, Doc.
Alas, to my great disappointment, it is nothing invasive. I'm just going to run some diagnostics on your implants, and it'll take a few readings. Good. Your implants are showing little sign of rejection. Just keep up that positive outlook of yours, Commander, and your scars shouldn't return. That's it. You're the picture of health.
Tell me about our medical supplies.
How's our inventory of meds?
The medbay was fully stocked before you left Earth. We should be good for a long time, even given the amount of fire you take each day.
And are you glad you left Cerberus?
Do you ever regret working for Cerberus?
We didn't work for them. We used them. If I were to feel anything, it would be guilt. We took their money, took their best people, took their best ship. We used them to defeat the Collectors, and now we are using their resources against them. So no, I don't regret it one bit.
The way she puts that, yeah, okay.
You've never mentioned any of your family.
None to speak of, really. I'm the last of a prestigious line of medical professionals. The Alliance is my spouse, and you're all my children. I'm blessed with many close friends. But with each Alliance vessel taken, I lose one or two. We need to end this war.
I love you, Dr. Chakwas.
I'll see you around, Doctor.
Take care, Shepard.
Okay, we can reassign power bonuses here, which is good. We can reassign our powers there, which is even better. In here is that machine we collected from the first planet. And over here should be Garrus. But it's not gonna be Garrus. I think there's something to pick up around here. I feel like there is. There is not. Okay, so this is just the weapons room. Little to no talking. And here's Liara's office. So when you look at her eyebrows. I think they're too high. It looks like she's got her eyebrows tattooed on her forehead. So I want you to look at that and tell me if you agree.
Commander Shepard, it's a pleasure to see you again.
You're the drone from the Shadow Broker's ship.
Dr. Tassoni now refers to me as Glyph instead of Info Drone, 95% of the time. If you have a moment, I'd like to draw your attention to a terminal in her office. It analyzes information packages. If you find any useful data, I can research upgrades for you.
And what should I be looking for?
I'll inform you if you found relevant data. When you do, return to this terminal for your choices. In the meantime, Dr. Tassoni would like to speak with you. Have a pleasant day.
Meeting with the council didn't go too well, huh?
It was less than ideal.
I'm shocked.
At least the council can't deny the Reapers exist. But I'm not sure how much comfort that is while they bicker over which portion of the galaxy to save.
Wow. Becoming the big info brokers turned you into a real cynic, Liara. I like it.
I'm flattered. I think.
I don't like it. Armor mod kit. Farron has persuaded his contacts to ship an armor mod kit to the Normandy. Technically illegal in Citadel space. The kit's Omnigel converter and manufacturer fabricator can make a one-time modification to the armor, improving shield strength or adding thermal clip compartments. So we got ammo capacity 5% or shields 5%. We're gonna give me some more shields. And that's it. Since I took off my health, I'm going to have to rely on shields.
This terminal contains non-essential correspondence from your allied forces. Dr. Tassoni has granted you access.
The broker terminal, Prothean notes 2171-2185. Glyph, remind me to clean up these old notes. Perhaps reviewing them will lead to something useful for the Prothean device. This is her old notes from her digs. So the University of Ceres agreed to sponsor me on the Prothean dig at Tirup. Very exciting. Professor Hanel is heading the expedition herself. Maybe I can even ask her for her opinion on my thesis outline. She attached her thesis on Prothean First Contact Protocols. 3 years later, I believe Dr. Jaswan was right to suggest that the Prothean artifacts we unearthed are from the Third Age, not the Fourth. What an embarrassing mistake. At least he seemed to approve of the rest of the paper. Attachment paper on a comparison of Prothean technology to modern Asari circuit logic. And then 9 years after that, part 1, I'm going on a Therum expedition. I never thought I'd gain permission to visit the Prothean ruins there, but the University of Ceres must have secured the funding after all. Now to pack. Attachment paper on the end of the Prothean Empire. And then the same year, Goddess, this human shepherd has the key to comprehending the Protheans on an instinctual, subconscious level. If only I could have been there when the commander touched the beacon on Eden Prime. I'll try to learn more about this cipher on board the Normandy. The involvement of the Reapers is troubling, to say the least. Paper on the end of the Prothean Empire with correction notes. And then 2 years later, I reviewed the old Shadow Broker's footage of the collectors. It's chilling to know that they're the Prothean husks. At least nothing sentient can possibly remain after what the Reapers did to them. Attachment paper on Prothean biology. Message from Operative Farron to the broker. I made contact with Tazik yesterday. The look on his face was priceless. He's not happy he put me in charge of scouting the Terminus systems, but he's doing a good job of keeping us alive. I've never seen so many pirates and mercs on edge. The black market's unreliable and it's getting harder to make contact with suppliers. The Alliance won't be able to rely on it as a source of the device's materials for long if things get worse. Some of the other operatives think we should cut our losses now, but I keep asking them, when did the odds ever stop the broker? So Farron's out there in the Terminus system scouting. And Farron is out there getting stuff on the black market for the Alliance to build the Prothean device. P.S. I hope you finally got our little friend Droney to stop saying shadow and broker out loud in the same sentence to anyone in sight. Do I have to talk to her? I think I have to.
Looks like you brought more than just that drone from your ship.
A few things were necessary. I'd be a very silent shadow broker without data feeds.
So you have access to your resources?
What I can get. We'll need it to research this Prothean device. Until we understand precisely what it does, it's far too dangerous to use.
Did the Protheans actually complete this weapon?
You mean, will it work? They wouldn't have poured their last resources into this device if they thought otherwise. But we really need to find out just what kind of weapon they left us.
True.
It'd be nice to know we're not kids playing around with a loaded gun.
Absolutely. The damage it could cause if it backfired is unthinkable. People were finally starting to listen before the Reapers came. If we'd had a little more time, maybe Earth wouldn't. I'm sorry. I understand if you don't want to talk about it.
Okay, talk to me about it, I guess.
The thought means a lot, Liara. Thanks.
You're welcome. And since I didn't mention it before, it's good to be back, Shepard.
Not sure about that outfit. I might have to change it. But I'll wait.
Please, enjoy your day.
I think it's too butch. Gosh, it's already been way over an hour. We're not even in engineering yet. So our engine hasn't changed hugely from the last game, which kind of makes sense since they've only just done some retrofitting. I like the engine in the first game better, it was cooler.
Commander, welcome back to the Normandy. Or maybe you should be saying that to me.
Engineer Adams, what are you doing here?
I was put in charge of the drive core retrofits. My experience on the Normandy SR-1 made me an obvious choice.
So, what do you think of our SR-2?
She's incredible. If there's one nice thing I can say about Cerberus, it's that they know how to build a ship. And about that, Cerberus, I mean, I owe you an apology.
How so?
Back when you got this ship, Dr. Chalk was contacting me, asking me to help with your mission against the Collectors. I refused. I didn't have your back, and I'm sorry for that.
He refused because it was Cerberus.
Why didn't you join us?
I saw what happened to you when the Normandy went down. I didn't trust that it was really you, and I certainly didn't trust Cerberus. Also, as an officer of the Alliance, I don't just leave my post, you know?
Don't have to apologize for that. I probably would have felt the same way.
Your Alliance first. That's the way it should be.
Thank you, Commander. Glad to be aboard.
Okay, how about your family?
Is your family okay?
My parents are serving on Viridian Zenith, an Alliance agricultural vessel. My sister is a navigator on the SSV Benjamin Davis. Happy to report that both vessels are safely under Hackett's command.
Okay.
Does the new Normandy stack up to the old SR-1?
Stack up. It blows the old ship away. The Tantalus drive core has been completely overhauled. The SR-2 might be nearly twice the size, but the new drive core is 3 times bigger. This ship can fly. That said, Cerberus isn't too high on safety. If pushed past her limits, this core would vent into engineering. Guess it gives my team incentive to keep her well balanced during a firefight.
Do your job or get vaporized.
Pretty much. I noticed you upgraded the kinetic barriers with cyclonic technology. Should help reduce the draw when under missile fire.
Hopefully that means fewer vaporized engineers?
The IES stealth system is significantly improved. It can handle a higher blue shift of our emissions.
And that means?
We should be able to drop out of FTL without triggering every sensor in range. Very handy for stealth reconnaissance. All in all, the Normandy is a marvel of engineering.
That's pretty neat.
What do you think of Edie?
We had a good talk during the retrofit. A little strange at first, talking shop with an AI.
AI? I thought Edie posed as a VI to keep the likes of you from unplugging her.
Yeah, but I saw through her. Have you seen her hardware? Processing power is off the charts. And then there were the problems that kept fixing themselves. If I hadn't had her pegged, I would have sworn I was losing it.
You never expressed any skepticism, Lieutenant Adams.
I figured I'd better play it safe with the Cerberus AI, Edie. No offense.
None taken. As long as you keep your fingers out of my cognizance processors.
In the beginning, I tried disconnecting her from key processes without giving myself away. Easier said than done. But Joker seemed to trust her, and in time I saw her advantages. Even grew to like her.
Okay, go on then.
Carry on, Adams.
Aye, aye, sir.
So, he was talking about if there's too much pull on this, and it has to vent into engineering, which will vaporize them. It's not a good thing. Alright. So Jack used to be down here. And so is my Turian cruiser. Ah! I didn't quite get him. Might come back here in a minute. Got him. Space hamster. Yay. Totally worth it. Got a few of my models, my space hamster. Sorry, wrong way. And this is where Diana Allers hangs out.
How's your new assignment working out, Allers?
Fairly normal, except for the unshackled AI, Matriarch Benezia's daughter, and the communicator that can reach Earth. The first two, I can deal with. That last one gets my attention.
So what are you asking for exactly?
Anything from Earth is the lead story right now. That's not opinion, it's fact.
Maybe I can pass on a few non-classified progress updates.
Seriously? You just doubled my ratings. I don't need FaceTime, just a data upload.
Get us support.
Tell people what's really happening on Earth. We need long recruiting lines on every planet after you air a story.
I can do this, Commander. Remind me to tell you about the time I made an Elcor cry.
Okay. So the more we put into her, the more resources we get. Alright, now we get to go down to the shuttle bay, and then I think it might be time to go. That's like a whole session of just going around and talking to people. Get cruiser, Alliance cruiser. There's our weapons bench. I don't think we've got anything to add to it. Model freighter. Quarian ship. I'll talk to James in a minute. At least we don't have to deal with Jacob on this one. Disturbingly little side commentary from your crew. Alright, maybe I've got all of the ships. So let's talk to James. Let's talk to James last. And here's the dog. You can say hi.
Bad dog.
Bad dog. Okay, Lieutenant Cortez.
Lieutenant Steve Cortez, shuttle pilot. Got news about our supply chains, Commander.
Okay.
Nice to meet you, Lieutenant. What's going on?
Sorry to just jump in, Commander. There's so much to be done, I get caught up in the tasks at hand.
He's always like that. You need to chill out, Esteban.
So you do care, Mr. Vega? Or is that the Cerveza talking again?
So what's happening with our supply chains, Lieutenant?
Alliance procurement chains are in chaos, but the Citadel's economy is still running. I can network to Citadel retailers. You can view inventory and make purchases right from this console.
When I network to a new store, I'll let you know.
It does cost more to coordinate delivery to the Normandy, so it's cheaper to buy supplies when you're there.
So you're my shuttle pilot, but you're setting up procurement chains?
I wasn't assigned as Normandy's pilot. Not much need for one on a dry dock ship. I was overseeing the retrofit of the cargo hold. I'm quite familiar with the operation and maintenance of the UT-47 Kodiak and the M44 Hammerhead. In my experience, it made sense for me to take over as shuttle pilot when we left Earth. Especially given Mr. Vega's love of mid-air collisions.
To save the day, pendejo.
I'm also responsible for logistics, making sure the armory and shuttle are properly stocked and maintained.
Okay, let's learn about him.
Do you maintain this armory?
I share that duty with our illustrious Mr. Vega. Though I believe the only weapon he really cares to maintain is himself.
You know you love the show, Esteban.
The first retrofit we did was to move the armory down from Deck 2. I'm not sure what Cerberus engineers were thinking. Now you get off the elevator, pick your gear, and head right into the shuttle.
Just like the original Normandy.
Welcome back to the Alliance, Commander.
That is much better, actually.
How long have you been with the Alliance?
About 10 years. I enlisted in First Fleet serving on the SSV Hawking, flying F-61 Tridents mostly. I love the Trident. It practically dances in low atmo. I spent as much time tinkering on my bird as flying her. Got a bit of a reputation.
So, you can fly fighters and fix them?
Yeah, and I got a knack for procurement too. They were grooming me for CAG, but my skill set made me more valuable commanding a flight deck. They assigned me to the Normandy retrofit team about 5 months ago to oversee all cargo bay modifications.
Okay, service records.
How long have you been with the Alliance?
Wait.
About 10 years. I enlisted in First Fleet serving on the SSV Hawking.
Yeah, I think I already watched.
So you can.
I did that
They
already.
assigned me to the Normandy retrofit team about 5 months ago to oversee all cargo bay modifications.
What happened to the M44?
To afford mobility after the Reaper invasion, those labs are probably just a pile of rubble.
I might have screwed up there. Sorry. Let's go to the shuttle.
The Kodiak seems a bit different.
Good eyes, Commander. This is the UT-47A Kodiak. It's got an upgraded EZO core and prototype stealth technology based on the Normandy design. For quick drops, I can get you in and out virtually undetected. She flies like a brick, so that's why you need a good pilot.
You were stationed on Earth. Do you have family there?
I'm an only child. Lost my parents years ago. I had a husband back when I was stationed at Ferris Fields. The Collectors took out the whole colony. I'd rather not talk about it.
Fine.
Keep up the hard work, but don't kill yourself.
Yes, Commander.
So he's a love interest for gay men. Which is nice because gay men don't really much have very many love interests. Okay. But that's why he's here. Plus he's a nice guy.
Hey, Shepard. How'd it go with the council?
Same as usual. Non-committal. Unhelpful.
Bet they still wanted you to help them out, no?
Yeah. We're gonna rescue a Turian Primarch from Palaven.
Sounds like fun. Never been to the Turian homeworld. You down here for a reason?
Just came down to talk.
Great. Not sure what there is to talk about. You already know my service record.
I don't, actually. I didn't have access to personnel records when we met.
Right. Forgot about that. Well... Think you can dance and talk at the same time?
Fine.
I think I can handle it.
Okay, loco. Let's dance.
Don't push your luck, Vega. With age comes wisdom. And rank.
Ha! You sound like my old CO.
Oh yeah? And who was that?
Captain Tony. He was a hard-ass son of a bitch, but a good leader. Nice.
What do you mean, was?
Died. With most of my squad. Protecting a civilian colony from a collector attack.
I'm gonna choose all the interrupts here.
It was either them, or the intel we had on the collectors. Intel we could have used to destroy them. I chose the intel.
Sorry. That's a tough call.
The best part was, we didn't really need the intel in the end. Because you were out saving the galaxy by taking down the entire collector homeworld.
You didn't know. You can't blame yourself, Vega.
Who says I'm blaming myself?
I do.
You a shrink too?
Nope. But that stunt back on Mars was reckless. You're lucky to be alive.
So?
So? Maybe you don't care if you live or die.
Or maybe... I'm just willing to do whatever the fuck it takes to end this goddamn...
Maybe you are. But if you're half as good as I think you are, we need you alive.
Thanks for the pep talk.
Anytime.
Hey, thanks for the dance, Loco.
I always get him to call me Commander. Usually because I play a girl and I want him to be a little bit more respectful. But I'm going Parian.
Loco, huh?
I can think of worse things to call you.
Long as you remember who's in charge, you can call me whatever you want.
Oh, I won't forget.
Okay, so that's fine. I want to go up to my, I know it's over an hour and a half, but I'm going to go up to my captain's cabin. And there's quite a few ships here. I don't know that I got them all, but I'll keep an eye out. Anything else comes up. Here's my space hamster. And I get a bathroom and I can see myself in the mirror. And I can flush the toilets. It works. And there's this shower thing here that will be interesting later, I guess. Okay, so I am going to... Actually, you know what? I'm gonna change his casual. I don't like it. I'm gonna give him the normal. Yeah, now he looks like he's part of his crew instead of some weirdo. Thank you for joining me. I hope you had a good time watching me walk around the Citadel and stuff. Next time, we will go to Eden Prime. First thing we're gonna do. And I think you guys will know why. So, yeah, I'll see you next time.